So it's just like been fun to be like, whoa, everything just is going so well. And like, I really do feel so unnecessary even on Sunday mornings. It feels so weird though, transitioning to a point of like, I used to never be able to miss a weekend when I first got started because everything depended on me. And then now to be at the point where I'm like, I could disappear for 3 months. Like none of it is. I'm just making coffee on Saturday. That's my only responsibility.
They want to stay and come to our meetings because the way we've orchestrated them. I genuinely believe because they're balanced.
Mm-hmm. I had one of my staff members' husbands who's on staff for the campus ministry say that he wanted to come to our meetings because I sound fun. Right? And I was like, sorry, like, because I brought treats today too. And he was just like, and he has volunteered before where he was just like, Allison, I'll help out with whatever. So he's helped me file curriculum in the past before I got more staff members. So it's just like been fun to be like, whoa, everything just is going so well. And like, great. I really do feel so unnecessary even on Sunday mornings. So I just get to come in and work on development instead of being needed for, everything else.
And what you just shared is what every single person in the entire country wishes that they could say. I feel somewhat unnecessary. I'm just in a development role. That's what we're supposed. This is what this whole thing is supposed to be.
It feels so weird though, transitioning to a point of like, I used to never be able to miss a weekend when I first got started because everything depended on me, where it was like, I was getting sub requests at 11 o'clock at night and then like not going to bed and kind of just not able to stop thinking about work. And then now to be at the point where I'm like, I could disappear for 3 months. And like people would feel it, like I still matter, but it's like stuff would function. So it's fun, but it's also a little bit like humbling of like, oh, I'm just not needed. Okay.
What else? Anything else? This is great. Such a good report.
So we've had a hard time for a long time getting a nursery coordinator. So that's just been an open hole that's put extra burden on my staff where I've just seen how that has taken a toll. And then that role has been for the first time filled with someone who actually meets the criteria we would want to have for a key volunteer. So it's like she hasn't even started, but she's so high capacity. And she's already doing some other stuff. And I asked her anyways. And it was like I didn't expect a no. And I went ahead and just did it. And she was like, oh, yeah, I'm happy to do this. And she's like literally the ideal person. But like I almost didn't ask her because I was scared because she was serving in another capacity. Right. I was like, no, I can let her say her no or her yes. And I think
so. Like, don't say once again, don't say no for somebody, right?
Yeah.
This is great. And by the way, a nursery role is absolutely critical. If you don't have that role filled, you are doomed. And
it's our biggest classroom too. Like we have to have more volunteers there than any other classroom because it's babies.
And it's usually, typically it's once a month people. It's the nursery rotation. And so all of a sudden you've got a volume of people and you've got scheduling. So have to have somebody who's there who has high capacity. That's a huge win.
It's been fun. Like even just one of my friends told me a long time ago, she's like, Allison, I don't want to be a classroom coordinator. Like, that just sounds horrible. I don't like galvanizing. She's like, you're a great galvanizer. Right. That would suck the life out of me. So we thought creatively about what else could she do. So she's been developing training videos for all the classrooms to supplement coordinator training.
This is awesome.
And she just finished all the ones for the nursery because I was like, if we could get that done, even if we don't have the coordinator, that would take some burden off of our staff. And it would help because then if we end up having them for all the classrooms, if someone were to come in and somehow slip through the cracks, of like a coordinator miss them or whatever else, if there's human error, there's another check and balance. And so she has been going hard at those.
So you're telling me that you have a volunteer who is creating training videos for every area that's awesome. Yeah. What do those look like?
So I gave her, these are like the main things. So I can't remember which training it is, but it talked about, here are the 3 most important things that you need to know.
Yeah. So in the retain framework, it comes down to a metric for success, right?
Yes. And she took that and ran with it. But then also we were exploring needs together, her, another staff member and I, of just like, okay, Like even just timeliness is something that just was not part of our culture before. And it's improved a lot, but then we're still seeing with the college students, especially. So being able to be being very clear about how to find a volunteer replacement and not just going directly to your coordinator, but if you need to call in the morning of
switching, yes. Not ditching in a sense because of relationships that you've built.
Which has been an expectation. But then actually having it in a video training that we can point back to that walks through how to do it. So she just is going above and beyond.
Hello.
We purchased the Loom Plus account for her so that she could do more.
Yep. And so then it's like a little circle. Yeah. She's a little circle and she's able to do a video cut of her screen to show this is, I mean, what?
Okay. Sorry. Can I say one more?
Yeah, please. Of course.
We invited her to come speak at one of our coordinator meetings because we were like, yeah, she's invested in a way. She's operating in a lot of ways like our training coordinator. So we brought her in so she could get feedback from other coordinators, get to know them so she can go into their classrooms. I wasn't even there. I had Bethany, who's like my second hand.
Yes.
She was leading it. So it was when I was sick. And I found out later, Beth, who's the girl that came in and is doing all the training. She's a mom of 4 kids. She was like, can I actually come to every meeting now? I was like, absolutely.
So now you have people who are hungry to come to your meetings.
Yeah, because she's just like, oh yeah, this is awesome. And she's just so owning everything. And when I first got into the role, she was considering taking a step back from teaching. And this has totally developed her entire vision of teaching.
Right. Because now she's teaching.
She's teaching in public schools now too.
Oh, wow.
She's gone into public schools and it's teaching about geology and rocks. So
it's not that she has all of this extra ample time on her hands. She's a mom of 4. She teaches in the public school. She's helping with you guys and she's wanting to come to your meetings.
So with the staff, I kind of had to hit a point of refocusing in some ways because there were so many projects going on that I realized I lost sight a little bit of Sunday morning where there were just some gaps that we just weren't addressing because we were working on long-term projects. So we kind of came together and I was like, guys, I feel like I kind of lost sight of this a little bit with all the other bigger projects. And some of them are directly related to Sunday mornings, but just actually doing more trainings and different things and getting things going of what are areas we can improve. And I think that's been really good. We did the Eat the Frog. Is that what it's called? Eat the Frog? That was the article I went through each of their one-on-ones this past couple weeks. And I feel like that was super helpful and even thinking through. Yep.
Yeah. So just do the ugliest, hardest thing first.
Yeah.
And then everything else.
And it was really good. We had awesome conversations and they just love their jobs. But yeah, so they've been working on this big family discipleship panel together. And I kind of just let them run with it. And then they're supposed to ask me when they have questions. But every once in a while, I'll bring up hey, have you thought about this point? Have you thought about how to advertise? Because we started a podcast to help get family discipleship into homes.
Love that.
So we have this stuff that's going. And I was like, how do we incorporate it all together? So it's been fun because I can give little pieces of guidance along the way. And they'll come to me when they get stuck. But seeing them work together so much and then seeing how much our church is responding by coming to them more and more with questions. It's just so fun.
It's not all falling on you.
None of it is. I'm just making coffee on Saturday. That's my only responsibility because they know I love coffee.
Because it didn't used to be this way. What was going on in those harder times? So
with this job, immediately it just felt they're going to find me out. They're going to find out I'm a phony. I don't know what I'm doing. So there was a lot of fear because I knew there was a lot of things that could be done well and could be done poorly. And I was like, I don't know how to do this. So I feel like back then I still kind of felt like a fraud of
imposter syndrome.
Yeah. And now it's I feel like just trying to do the hard things and apply them. Even with a lot of the lead ministry content early on of okay, I'm going to apply this and people might think I'm a phony for doing it because there's a lot of areas I fail in, but then building those skills, I feel like I've grown a lot in courage of just try something. Yeah. And if it fails, it's not the end of the world, but it might actually bless people a lot more. And that's how the agendas work. I was really nervous to try an agenda because I was like, what if I do horrible and they just see right through me? And then right away, people loved it. So it's just been cool because I think it's gotten me out of my comfort zone so much.
Yes, it's a little
bit. And showed me that I actually can do.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. And obviously people are feeling connected. They're feeling loved. They're feeling, this is huge. Like everything that you've said is literally such a huge win. I'm so proud of you for all your hard work.